Hi, I'm Mike Payne.
Hi, I'm Maya Mohin.
And this is Showbuzz. Today we want to talk about The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 2, JSS.
Previously on Showbuzz.
Who blew the horn? I guess we found out.
Whoa, dude! What an episode!
What an episode!
What an episode! I totally didn't see any of that coming.
I was the same way you were. I was like floored by this episode because it was so amazing. Like, Walking Dead has definitely gotten back to the old school episodes where they like brought you like tons of action and they were like, hey, here, let's buckle in because we're going for a ride right now.
Like, they lull you into this sense of, oh, this is just gonna be another episode where we like delve into the psyche of the Alexandria residents and we like learn more about this annoying pasta maker lady and her like vices like smoking.
As soon as Carol looked out that window and Mrs. Niedermeyer got it in the back, we were like, oh, it's on.
Yeah, that was my first OMG moment of the night.
It was on.
Oh, that wasn't my first OMG moment. My first OMG moment was the turtle. When the whole turtle eating thing happened, I was like, I can't do that. I would die. It would be like the only diet that ever worked for me. It's a zombie apocalypse because there's no way I could eat that.
How long do you need to be wandering the streets before you kill and eat a live turtle?
Live!
Enid is a character that they haven't really developed that much, but this episode showed a lot more of her backstory. First of all, I thought her parents were idiots for getting killed.
Did they like not close the doors of the car? Like, how did that?
I didn't understand that. How did they just end up dead?
Yeah,
that was weird, but whatever. So in this episode, we finally found out who blew the horn, which I was surprised because I really thought that the person who was behind blowing the horn did it on purpose, but we find out that it was an accident.
I totally thought it was this intentional thing to move the zombies off of that course and into Alexandria. I didn't realize that it was this like completely other attack happening.
I was like, how did Morgan get to Alexandria
right then?
So quickly? But you reminded me that Rick had already sent him off. So that's an important thing if you didn't remember that. Like, I did not.
With the horn not being an intentional like thing related to the zombie movement, that means that the zombies are still out there and they're still headed towards Alexandria, right?
They're coming.
This is like going to be yet another threat against Alexandria.
If you think about it, this was the B team. This was the Walking Dead B team because it didn't have Rick, didn't have Michonne, didn't have Daryl, didn't have Colonel Abraham. It didn't have any of those people.
But it had Carol.
But they had Carol, but as a collective, it wasn't the A team. I thought it was really cool that they showed these B players that were able to protect Alexandria. And so now that the zombies are coming back to attack Alexandria, we'll have the collective there to take care of the problem.
Interesting you say B team because that's a great introduction into the new doctor. I really felt for her. Can you imagine having to be a medical professional when you're not trained to do things like that? I mean, she was sort of trained.
The Walking Dead universe is all about people who have been put into these extraordinary circumstances. Glenn started off as a pizza delivery guy, and now he's like the second in command of this large community. Oh, we haven't even mentioned the wolves yet.
We figured out that the attack on Alexandria was by the wolves. So it's these merry band of assholes that didn't have any guns. They only had like other weapons. They didn't have any guns. But it was enough for them to like wreak havoc on quite a few people in Alexandria. So
let's talk a little bit about Carol. I thought it was great that Carol came out of her shell finally, because she's been playing like this Susie homemaker this whole time and like, oh, I'm gonna bake you cookies and I'm gonna make apple pie and stuff like that. But everybody knows that she was secretly just trying to spy on Alexandria and find out what their secrets were. But when push came to shove, we saw what Carol's really capable of. And I thought it was phenomenal. Carol, without a doubt, has had the strongest character arc of any character on that show.
Totally.
Rick, Carl, you name it, it doesn't matter.
For her to have the wherewithal to get into the wolves, like, getup and, like, disguise herself as one of them so that she could get around and go protect the armory. She told that woman how to protect herself and how to protect the armory. Yeah, that was so smart. Total opposite from Carol. Morgan. I want him to be the samurai killer But he's like the samurai pacifist. I don't understand. I don't know why he let those wolves go. You know that shit's gonna come back and bite us.
I do understand it too a little bit, because you don't want to live in a world where you just go around just killing people. But having said that, when somebody's attacking you and attacking your people and attacking your
Defend yourself!
you have to defend yourself. And I don't understand why he wasn't able to do that.
That was a cool moment though with when Morgan and I think it was Father Gabriel had that guy on the ground, and Carol comes busting out and is like, "Ma'am."
Yeah. And Morgan was like, "Shucks." Why'd you kill that guy?
And Father Gabriel was like, "Man, don't do that." I gotta say, I am proud of Carl. He is growing up to be a good leader, and he's like understanding what his priorities are. Like, he didn't run off and like try to like fight everybody in town. He knew he had to take care of Judith in the house.
It looks like Deanna's trying to make a comeback, but then I didn't like how she was like, "I'm not going to be any good to you inside the wall, so just leave me out here where I'll be safe and I can be a leader."
Yeah, that's what you do. You hide the president.
Sounds like
you gotta hide the president. You gotta protect your president, your leader.
It sounds like a little bit of a cop-out to me.
So regardless of her motivation, she's a tiny little old lady. Maybe she was scared. No big deal. It's fine. I was really glad to see her start to come to life a little bit. So I hope that really just kind of sees itself through. It was nice seeing Maggie do something too. Maggie's been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah.
Like even at the end of last season, there wasn't a lot of action happening there.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder what that was all about.
Because she's pregnant. We have to talk a little bit about Jessie. We've never seen this side of Jessie before. She
let a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, she did. I mean, this is the first time she really talked about the abuse from her husband. And then she stabbed a woman in the chest with a pair of scissors.
I'm gonna get medieval on your ass.
It was really cool to see Jessie defend her cubs like that.
Yeah, it was a little bit much. All the blood.
She went to a deep, dark place that I don't think she's even seen before.
We have to talk about Aaron and his backpack. But I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like he's going to beat himself up over this and blame himself for this attack.
Aaron's a good guy.
Yeah.
Aaron's a really good guy, and I would hate to see that happen. So that was our show for this week. What did you think? Don't forget to leave us a comment in the section below.
And remember to subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified as soon as we post our next video. And follow us on social media.
See you next week.
Bye.